Well folks, welcome back to the workshop for a quick Dewalt saw repair and a quick tip as well. This is how to replace the guard on your Dewalt saw or any saw if you ever break it. But tip is, if you ever break bits of the guard, this portion actually snapped off the wee thumb lever. If you ever break it, don't go throwing a piece away. Leave it on with the part that came off because there's other bits on these that you also need. Just keep the cost down a wee bit. Don't know what this fella's done, he's dropped it or jammed something onto it, but it snapped off the wee thumb lever. The thumb lever is sadly part off the guard, which costs about €43. Dear, but these are a heavier duty guard. Actually have a bearing built into it as well. So metal guard, but a plastic liner inside with a bearing on it. But the thumb lever isn't actually on it. That's on a wee screw onto here. So to fix this, you need the guard, but because it's throwing this away, we need more pieces. This is why you don't throw it away. You still need the wee screw. If it's a special screw, you're not going to have it, so it's an extra €2.30. Wee plastic lever for the top, another $3.30. And then the actual metal bracket with the wee thumb lever, that's another $2.20. So throwing that away, it costs another €7 instead of just reusing the old stuff. Not a big deal, but it just goes when you break something off, don't always just throw away the broken bit. Sometimes there's pieces on it. Sometimes break the base off of these things and throw everything else away, but they don't realise that there's still screws and grub screws and everything on the base or something like that there. Just don't dump everything. So we need these. Should we just stick them on now actually? Let's face that way. What's actually going on here? I was thinking that was like the actual lever and this is a wee support, but it's actually two separate guards or two separate levers. Right? Am I right in that? Yeah, lever. The breakdown diagram had 3 parts. I just ordered all 3 to make sure I had everything. But there's actually 2 options. Plastic and a metal lever. Which to go for now? I think the plastic one looks a little bit better. Now that'll be around that way. More leverage on the metal one. Right, don't know what to fit now. Where do we screw go? They come either way. I show them online with both. Now the ones we have in the shop have the little plastic one. The brand new ones come with that, which I suppose is fine. I can guarantee you, no matter which one I fit, it's going to be wrong anyway. But I think that one just gives a wee bit more leverage. Yeah, I think that one there. I'd rather not fit the one I already had on because it obviously broke this off. Maybe that's the problem with this one. More leverage, if he pulls it up this way, more than likely going to snap that. Suppose if you give that enough leverage as well, it's still going to snap, but that one would be easier. I think that'll be better, easier to work with, but more risk of doing the same thing again, so maybe I will just fit the plastic one, same as in the shop. Which do you prefer in the comments, folks? Let me know below. We just fit the plastic or the metal. I'm going to go with the plastic one. At least we have a spare now anyway. Just in case anybody ever comes on with one missing one. Because that could easily happen as well. Now these are tight screwed in because these aren't tapped holes. These are self-tapping screws that make their own hole. So also I'm not putting on any Loctite. So that's her ready to go. We'll keep that in case we ever need one again. Now to change the actual guard, we need the blade off first. At least that wasn't on too tight. also that blade ain't looking the best. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 or 6 teeth missing. So that's not going to be doing much cutting. It's going to be wrecking his motor more than cutting anything. Guard then, just open up the soft vault. Sometimes you might have to pull these here off on some machines. Yeah, we'll have to take it off here too. This is just a stop or a brake for the guard. That's what it actually bumps against. If you remove it, you can go up further. You can easily just pull it off. And you just have a coil spring then on the back. Clean this here down, fit the new one. Alright, that's it, clean it. One new blade as well. The other one is just too badly damaged, I can't really fit that. So the way to do this is just to hook on the guard first with a sweet coil spring. On this end of the spring then, it's into one of these wee holes here. Obviously it goes into the bigger one. And just press it on. Now some Dewalt saws, the guard actually gets in the spring actually gets in the way of the guard, closing on fully. This one's not so bad. If it doesn't seem to go down fully, you just have to poke a screwdriver underneath to free up the spring so it actually drops in. Now also the bearing and the guard, if that goes bad and stiff, your guard obviously won't spring back anymore. You can replace it if you're careful, but it is actually set onto this plastic, so you have to grind off the inside of here to get enough room to knock out the bearing. If you knock it the way it is, you'll just break this here piece of plastic. Either try and replace it or just replace the whole guard at about 40 or 50 euro a time. Now, them bearings generally don't give an awful lot of trouble because they're not being used enough to really burn out unless dirt and grit and sawdust gets under them. But they're only just doing a wee half a turn and that's it. Now, I've got the actual blade to this. These are actually proper Dewalt blades and they're actually good enough quality ones too. Just before you put it on, make sure you put your wee circlip back on again. That is holding down your clamp, your inner flange and your guard. I see the best not going in. This is what I'm talking about the spring getting in the way. If you look down in here, see where that wee coil spring is? It's actually packed in underneath the guard lock. You have to pop that out in order to get the guard down fully. Then this will go on. So if that wee clip doesn't go on, your guard's not actually down, the spring's in the way. Now, that's your guard on. Don't forget your stop. So it actually stops at the right place. Then you can stick on the new blade, or the old one unless you're changing it. With the outer flange as well, that actually has the ring for centering your blade, not the inner flange, which is a wee bit annoying. Just give it a wee shake to make sure it's actually locked in. that's it. That is how you quickly and easily change the safety guard on a Dewalt 54-volt miter saw. The DCS 573 Type 1. Change the guard and the blade and the wee thumb lever as well. If you ever break it off, don't throw out that wee part. You'll still need that as well. The guard's one piece, the lever's another. But you have a choice of which one to use. Which one did you recommend? The plastic one or the metal one? I would say the metal one is more inclined to snap that thing off, because it is quite thin just there. Alright folks, that's it. Just a wee quick and easy one for you today to keep your Dewalt saw up and running. As always, thanks for watching. If you're liking the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Cheers!